What is going on YouTube? So in today's video I'm going to be unboxing a rear seat delete kit for all 2005 to 2014 S197 Mustangs. The package is right here, car's right here. The only thing you're going to need is of course seat delete. I believe it's a 13mm for a few of the bolts that are behind the top part of the seats. And that should be it. The bottom one is really easy to take off. I'll be showing how to take it off step by step, or as close to step by step that I can, or as I can. But let's go ahead and open this up. So as you can see, they're really thin pieces of wood just with carpet on them. It's the top part, the bottom. I've had this before. They're pretty cheaply made, but they're really light. And literally the only thing you do is put these plastic push pins into where the bolts would go for the seats, just to hold them in place, and that's basically it. So to take apart this, there's little clips down here. You kind of just, you have to locate it first. So it's this one right here, kind of just push it in. You push this part in right here, and it'll loosen it. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. And then once you do that, you can just literally pull the bottom part out. The only thing you would have to take out afterwards would be the seat belts, if it's something you'd want to do. It's as simple as that. And it'll just wiggle it out. You're able to just take it out like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out right now and start working on the top piece. Alright, so after you take the bottom part out, it's completely up to you if you want to take everything out completely. You can take these little safety brackets off for the kid seats. Same thing with the seat belt. You can choose to take that off or not. And if you decide to, you can leave the seat belt. Most people leave them, or just take that out, and then you can tuck this in behind this piece right here. Here, let's see if I can show you. There's this little plastic push pin right there. If you take that out, it'll give you enough wiggle room to pull this around here and just tuck it in behind this so it's not visible. And if you do need more wiggle room, you can always take out the bottom one that's right there. Usually just taking off the top one is enough. And then afterwards you have to take off these. I forgot what size these are. I think these are a 10. Might be a 10 mil. I'll check right now and I'll let you guys know. And the only other one you have to take out is the center one right here. That's the 13 mil. And after that you can just pull this whole piece off and it should be ready for you to install the seat delete. And that's pretty quick. So I'd say if you take everything off, it might take you 30 minutes at that. It's a pretty quick install. So let's go ahead and take this off. I might be taking off the seat belt, but I'll see right now. I'll see what I decide. Make sure you don't lose any of the things you're taking out, because if you ever decide to put it all back, it's going to be a pain you you don't have all the tools. So yeah, the only ones you need to take out are that center one and then the two on the side. They're all the same size, all 13 millimeter. Just make sure when you pull this latch on the side that you're holding the bottom of the seat so it doesn't just slide down. So the story of the last time I did this, I messed up and I didn't want to leave the seat belts just hanging there, and I kind of thought I was going to keep the car forever, and so I didn't want to take off this whole top part just to remove the seat belt. So I ended up actually cutting them right here, and they just tucked in by themselves. Not really a great idea, but I learned from it. Alright, now that before I take these off, I want to show you guys where to put the push pins when you install this piece right here. There's actually one, I don't know if you can see, right there. You're going to be taking that one out, and you're going to be using the one provided with the kit. Just because of the length, I think it's a little longer. But yeah, this should be ready to get pulled out now. Let's see. See, it'll be loose. You can just take them out piece by piece. Since this bracket, you can just pull it out. Just make sure you don't lose any of this. They're all really important pieces. So let me just take this all out of the car. Alright, so now I'm going to be removing the seat belt right here. It's a 15 millimeter, and you just need to remove the two. Pretty straightforward. So just get your 15 millimeter and you can just take this out. So now that the seat belts are taken out, we just need to take out these little brackets. They each have two 10 mil bolts. You just remove those. Then after that, nothing else is necessary to remove. Like I said, the actual seat belt you can just leave like that, as well as this piece. It won't be in the way of the install, but this will. So you do have to remove both sides. After this, you should just be able to lay them flat, and that'll be it. Well, I decided since I'm here, I might as well take everything off. Try to shave off as much weight as I can. I mean, that was the point of this anyways. So to take these off, you need a T50. I forgot the name of these kind of screws, but I think it's a T50 torque screw. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the size. It's the same for this and the same for right here for this one. So it's what? 6 in total. Should be pretty easy. Same thing as we were doing before. After that, like I said, you just have to pull these push tabs out so you can tuck this in behind here after you remove it from the side. And the last piece is just putting on the actual seat delete. Like I told you, where it connects down here, right down there. And then this one, I believe it goes right through this top hole right here. And then it'll just stay secure. The only thing I have heard about is that the ones up here tend to come out. So I might be buying longer push pins just so that it won't slip out of here, but for now I'm going to be using the ones that were provided with the kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Alright, everything is taken off. Seat belts are tucked in behind here, as you can see, so you can't really tell that they're even there. Now I'm just gonna put the actual seat delete on the car. Here, I'm going to be showing you guys the difference between the stock push pin and the one for the car, or the seat delete. It's really obvious, the difference. It's almost 3 times the length. They don't have holes already made. Well, the wood does, but the carpet doesn't. All you have to do, I just stuck some scissors in there, made a hole. Fairly simple. Would have been nice to already have it done, but you know, nothing we can't do. Took less than 2 minutes to do both panels. Everything else is self-explanatory. You pretty much just push the push pin in, line it up with the hole for the car, and then just put some force on it. That's basically it. Now we just have to do the same thing for the top, but this is how the bottom fits it. Same thing with that side. And finally this one. Alright, so that's basically it. I don't know how well the lighting is. Personally, I think it makes the car look like how it was supposed to, how it should have came at least. I think 2-seaters are great, but here, different side. So, like I was saying, pretty simple install. Doesn't take too long. Takes a little longer while you're recording, but if you're just going to be installing it yourself, pretty simple. You don't need that many tools. Like I said, you need a T50 torque screw bit. I think that's what it is. 15 mil for the seat belts, and a 13 mil for the seats, and then a 10 mil for the little bracket on the top for the seats as well. And that's basically it. And then maybe a push pin pry tool to take things out. I just used a flathead. It was pretty simple for me. That's basically it. I would say if you have all the tools ready before you start, it shouldn't take you more than 30-45 minutes at most, even if you don't know what you're doing. Pretty simple. So if this was helpful to you at all, or if this is making you consider buying one, I would highly recommend doing it if you want to shed a few pounds, or if you just want to add to the aesthetic look of inside the car. I bought it from American Muscle. I know there's some on CJ Pony Parts or LMR, as well as eBay. It's the same thing, or you can make it yourself. Just a piece of like 1/4-inch wood with carpet lining on it, and you save some pounds. So if you like the video, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.